Caretaker has fallen and you have crossed the jumping puzzle. You enter a room named Exhibition with a pyramid shard presented to you as a relic. Buckle up, this will be a bumpy ride. The Exhibition is a third encounter of Valve the Disciplery. This is not a boss encounter, meaning that it will be easier than the Caretaker encounter. Or is it? In reality, Exhibition probably would be the encounter that many teams struggle. The main reason behind this is because everyone needs to have an active role. So if you do not know what to do with relics, it would take some good amount of time to beat this. Alright, that's enough for the rambling. Let's jump into the encounter. The main goal of this encounter is to pass through 4 rooms. But before you can exit the room, you will need to enter the correct glyphs to open the exit. There are overload champions in this encounter, so have your overload rounds ready. Let's learn about the relics first. There are 3 relics in this encounter that you will need to use. First relic is a pyramid shard, or also known as Nut. What you can do with this relic is very simple. Fire a laser. This laser will damage enemies normally, so you can use this to kill enemies. But the main purpose of this relic is to kill the Taken Knights named Disciples Hourglass. Throughout this encounter, you will have a wipe timer as a debuff named Terminal Resonance. Once this timer expires, you wipe. The way to extend this timer is by killing the said Taken Knight, but the Knights have a shield that only Pyramid Shard can damage. As a Pyramid Shard holder, your job is to kill those Knights. If you kill the Knight, the wipe timer gets extended by 40 seconds, but it cannot exceed 1 minute and 15 seconds. Most of the time, you don't need to worry about getting all 40 seconds benefit. Just kill the Knight when you can. Second relic is Kavvir's Aegis, or more commonly known as VoG Shield. The main functionality of this shield is to cleanse the debuff. Throughout the encounter, everyone will get a debuff called Pervading Darkness. This debuff stacks periodically, and if you get 10 stacks, you die. The way to remove this debuff is by getting inside the shield's cleanse aura. As a shield holder, your job is to cleanse people by pressing your guard key. This is whatever button that you use to activate Sword's block ability, so check your key binding before starting the encounter. If you have played Vault of Glass, just think about the cleanse during the Atheon fight. One thing to note is that even if you have a shield, that doesn't mean you're tanky. Don't charge into a group of enemy recklessly. You will die the same way you will without the shield. Third relic is Taken Essence. You can shoot this thing to damage enemies, but that's not the point. The main action of this relic is to destroy the Taken Blights. There will be Taken Blights that makes nearby enemies immune. Go close to those Blights, then use your grenade ability while holding the Taken Essence. Once you do this, the Blight will get destroyed, and all ads nearby will die. Because enemies are immune near those Blights, you need to be one step ahead of everyone. If you drop any relic, you will get a debuff called Curve Resonance for 30 seconds, and you will not be able to grab a relic while this debuff exists. So if you ever drop your relic, someone else needs to grab it. Alright, so now we know what each relic is used for. It's time to learn about the maps and how to open the door to the next room. The room you're currently in with the rally banner is room 1. There is going to be a pyramid shard in the middle of the map. The encounter will start when someone grabs this shard. The Taken Knight will spawn in the middle and 2 Glyph Keepers will spawn, one on each side of the map. Kill those Glyph Keepers and the set of Glyph will spawn near them. You will notice that you can read one set of Glyph but not the other. There are 2 types of Glyph Keepers that spawns. One is Scorn and the other is Taken. The glyphs that spawn near Scorn Glyph Keeper can be read by people that does not have a relic. And the glyphs that spawn near Taken Glyph Keeper can be read by people that does have a relic. After you kill the Taken Knight, 6 glyphs will spawn next to the door. The goal is to shoot the correct glyph out of those 6. The correct glyph is a glyph that is on both Scorn glyphs and Taken glyphs. Let's say that for the Scorn glyph we have Earth, Tower, and Darkness, and for the Taken glyph we have Tower, Light, Grief. Both set of glyphs shares the Tower glyph, so the correct glyph is the Tower. Because not one person can read both glyphs, relic holders and non-relic holders will need to communicate each other to figure out the correct glyph. If you can read the glyph, read it. You may be the only one who can read that. Once you figure out the correct glyph, shoot that glyph on the wall. If you shoot the wrong glyph, your wipe timer will get reduced. Pass through the door and you will see 2 relic containers. Throughout this guide, I will call this kind of a room a container room. There will be a container room after every glyph room, and you need to deposit the relics to the containers here. Deposit all relics that you have. For now, we only have Pyramid Shard Relic. Once you deposit the Pyramid Shard, a VoG Shield will spawn on other container. Have one person grab the shard and the other grab the shield. Then the door to the next room will open. To repeat my previous statement, if you drop the relic, you cannot pick up another for 30 seconds. This rule applies when you deposit the relic in the container room as well. This means that whoever that had relic in the previous room cannot grab the relic again, so have someone else ready to grab the relic. One tip on the container room is that if you deposit Pyramid Shard, the wipe timer gets resetted back to 1 minute and 15 seconds. So, deposit the Pyramid Shard last after confirming that everyone is ready for the next room. The first room is clear, and it is time for the second room. Before we look at the in-game example, let's look at the rough map of this room first. When you enter the room, divide the team into 2 teams of 3 people. One team goes left side, and the other goes right side. Make sure the relic holders are on each team so that they can read out the glyphs for the Taken Glyph Keeper. Kill the ads around the glyphs at 1, then Glyph Keeper will spawn. Kill them too, and the glyphs will spawn. Figure out the correct glyph, then memorize or note it. You may have noticed this, but starting from this room, there will be 2 sets of glyphs instead of 1. After you kill the first set of Glyph Keepers, more ads will spawn than the second set of Glyph Keepers. This means that you will have 2 correct glyphs instead of 1. Shoot those glyphs near the glyph door, and the door to the next container room will open. While this is happening, Taken Knight will spawn. The spawn condition for this Knight is when 2 Glyph Keepers are killed. So once the first set of Glyph Keepers are killed, Shard Relic Holder needs to go kill the Knight. Then repeat again after the second set of Glyph Keepers are killed. And if you're a VoG Shield holder, you will jump back and forth between left and right to cleanse everyone. Enter the correct glyphs to the exit door, then enter the second container room. Screeps will spawn, so don't rush to the containers immediately. Kill them, then deposit the relics for the third room. Here's an example of this room in the live game footage without commentary. The third room looks very different from the second, and it will be much harder. Noticeable thing is that there will be a giant hole in the middle, and the team will split into left and right for the most part of the room. Starting from this room, Taken Relic will spawn as well as the Blights. When you go in the room, you will see the Taken Blight on either on your left side or your right side. There are 2 ways that Taken Blights can spawn, and you can figure out where the next Blight is going to be by looking at the first Blight. If the first Blight is on your right side, that means Blight set 1 has been spawned in, and you can ignore the Blight set 2 locations. If the first Blight is on your left side, Blight set 2 has spawned, and you can ignore the Blight set 1. As a Taken Relic holder, you will jump across the room to go left and right. At least 2 Glyph Keepers will get protected by the Blights, so you need to be quicker than the rest of your team. But don't rush in too quick, since you will get focused down by the ads. If you're a VoG Shield holder, you will jump across the room left and right to cleanse people as well. There are 3 platforms in the middle, so use them on your advantage. Split the team into 2 teams of 3 people, but this time, who goes where will depend on the first Blight that you see. If the Blight set is 1, have Taken Relic holder and 2 people go to the left side, and Shard holder with 2 people go to the right side. If the Blight set is 2, the opposite. When done correctly, there should be a relic holder and non-relic holder present on all glyph sets, ready to call out. Let's see that in motion. Enter the room and we saw the blight on our right side. That means we got blight set 1. Taken relic cleanses the blight, then go to the left side with 2 people. Kill the first set of glyph keepers, then read the callouts. By this time, Taken Knight will spawn in the middle, so shard holder needs to be ready to kill the knight. Continue going up the path. Everyone will stick to their designated side, except for VoG Relic and Taken Relic. They will jump back and forth to cleanse people or destroy the blight. Once the second set of glyph keepers has been killed, read out the second callouts. Kill the knight in the middle, then shoot the correct glyphs into the glyph door. Screeps will spawn inside the container room, so kill them then deposit your relics. The fourth room has a lot of jumping involved, but when it comes to executing the mechanic, it should be easier than the third room. The strategy is the same as previous. Depending on the first blight, split the team into 2. However, the VoG relic holder will stay in the middle, and if you need to be cleansed, you will go to them instead of them coming to you. Other than that, this room is pretty much the same as the third room. Be mindful of the no floor zones, and you should be fine. Open the door and even more creeps will spawn in the container room. Kill them, then deposit the relic. This time, there is no more room. The remaining section of this video is a live game footage of the fourth room. That concludes the exhibition encounter. Continue your journey and you will face the final boss, the Rogue. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Good luck and have fun.